Hey guys, today we're going to talk about overpopulation. Overpopulation is the elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about. Girls and women need the knowledge and support that leads to reproductive health and self-determination and access to high-quality family planning services because best guess the maximum population that planet can sustain tops out at 10 billion people. We expect to reach that by 2050, lest we think underdeveloped countries are the problem. Nearly half of pregnancies in the United States are unintended. In 2017, an online survey of 3,200 Canadian women by the Society of Gynecologists of Canada found that 61% women had unintended pregnancies in their lifetimes, not necessarily unwanted but not planned. We can't leave boys and men out of this equation though. Both genders of reproductive age need to know how babies are made and how they need to be controlled. China's one-child policy experiment comes quickly to mind when anyone talks about overpopulation. Project Drawdown, however, shares a number of different success stories. Iran in the 1990s halved its population growth in a decade by involving religious leaders, educating people, and giving free access to contraceptives. A good sex education generally results in fewer and healthier children. Smaller families mean smaller resources needed to raise them.
I will be talking about the effects of overpopulation. The first effect is depletion of natural resources. The effects of overpopulation are quite severe. The first of these is the depletion of resources. The earth can only produce a limited amount of water and food, which is falling short of the current needs. The second is the degradation of environment. With the overuse of coal, oil, and natural gas, it has started producing some serious effects on our environment. Besides, the exponential rise in the number of vehicles and industries has badly affected the quality of air. The third is conflicts and wars. Overpopulation in developing countries puts a major strain on the resources which should be utilizing for development. Conflicts over water are becoming a source of tension between countries, which could result in wars. It causes more diseases to spread and makes them harder to control. The fourth is the rise in unemployment. When a country becomes overpopulated, it gives rise to unemployment as there are fewer jobs to support a large number of people. The rise in unemployment gives rise to crime such as theft, as people want to feed their families and provide them with basic amenities of life.
Although population growth in the 20th and 21st century has skyrocketed, it can be slowed, stopped, and reversed through actions which enhance global justice and improve people's lives. It can be resolved through empowering women and girls. Where women and girls are empowered to choose what happens to their bodies and lives, fertility rates plummet. Empowerment means freedom to pursue education and a career, economic independence, easy access to sexual and reproductive health care, and ending horrific injustices like child marriage and gender-based violence. Second is removing barriers to contraception. Currently, more than 200 million women who want to avoid pregnancy are not using modern contraception. There are a variety of reasons for this, including lack of access, concerns about side effects, and social pressures not to use it. Across the world, some people choose not to use contraception because they are influenced by assumptions, practices, and pressures within their nations or communities. In some places, very large family sizes are considered desirable. In others, the use of contraception is discouraged or forbidden. Thirdly, quality education for all. Ensuring every child receives a quality education is one of the most effective levers for sustainable development. Many kids in developing countries are out of school, with girls affected more than boys due to gender inequality. Education opens doors and provides disadvantaged kids and young people with a way out. There is a direct correlation between the number of years a woman spends in education and how many children she ends up having. According to a study by Population Matters, Pakistani women with no education have on average 5.4 children. Who have completed secondary school have 2.7 and those who have college education have 2.2. When family sizes are smaller, that also empowers women to gain education, take work and improve their economic opportunities.
Sexually transmitted diseases, abbreviated as STDs, refers to a group of illnesses that can be transmitted from one person to another through the sharing of bodily fluids including ejaculate, vaginal fluids, blood and other fluids. Apart from sharing similar ways of infecting people, the various diseases comprising the STDs have little in common. They have a variety of different causes, including bacteria, viruses. They produce a variety of symptoms or absence of symptoms. And they have very different effects on the body when left untreated. STDs are transmitted when bodily fluids from an infected person come into intimate contact with another person. As their name implies, the most common route through which the body fluid sharing occurs is sexual activity. All forms of sexual activity may involve sharing of bodily fluids. Sexual contacts involving any combination of genitals, anus, fingers, and/or mouth can place a person at risk.